Welcome to another edition of the glittery bones of advertising, although we only have half the glitter this time.
Yes.
Nice to have you on board nonetheless, Gabs. Thanks for joining us. And of course to you too, JD. Thanks for coming on board today for another episode. I'm looking forward to hearing what we've got to say. I do have a little something that I'd like to kick the clarity off with. And I'm a big fan of beer. I know, JD, it's not your favourite, but I'm a massive fan of beer. And one rolled across my desk, the other day. And I've got to say, I do chuckle a lot at ads, and I do love ads. I think you both know that. But this one tickled me particularly well. And I really did have a grin and felt I needed to share it with you guys and perhaps some others as well. Let's take a little peek.
Roll on, roll on. I've been rolling round and round, round and round. Roll on, roll on. I've been rolling round and round it goes again. Rolling round and round. I've been rolling round and round. Keep on rolling on.
Rolling, rolling, I keep on rolling, rolling. Like, for me,
This is right in your.
This really got me. And the guy's face, like, he was so well cast. Like, I just love him. Kind of cool, kind of trendy. Got his mo, just rolling along, and him just like. Like the guy in the hairdressers with the mini rollers going through his hair with the Coopers, and then the plane, like it tickled me in all the right spots. So much so that I still won't buy Coopers, but I might have a look at it when it's in at Dan's next time I drop in to pick up my faves. Of course, if you're listening, Great Northern, we'd love a slab sent down. What did you two think of it?
I'm happy to listen to Gabs on this one for the moment because I'll let loose in a minute.
Okay. Seatbelt on.
I'm down the middle on this one. I'm gonna hedge my bets and sit on the fence. So for me, I think I agree with Craig. Like, it's a really fun ad. It's entertaining. It's creative. I really like the natural integration of the brand, like the way that, like you said, in the hair rollers. I think the plain one was a bit forced. That wasn't supernatural. I think they could have come up with something a little bit.
What about the people on the plane screaming as well? Like, how can you hear them from Earth? But I love it. It was so good. Like a roller coaster.
So yeah, I think it was entertaining. It was fun. The no VO, I don't think that was, for me, that wasn't super consequence for them. I think they're probably looking at running this across a whole lot of digi and social, not just TVC. So there was probably a strategic move there to make it really visually interesting without having to verbalize the product, hence lots of brand cues visually with the product being naturally integrated throughout. But I'm really struggling, and maybe it's because I'm not a beer drinker and I'm definitely not the target market for this ad, but I'm really, really struggling with the underpinning strategy. Like, how does rolling a beer sell beer? And I get that there's like that little link where they say, you know, if you roll it, it tastes better on the coaster at the end. But how is that unique to Coopers? Like, any beer company could roll the beer, but JD is going to tell me no. Maybe I'm very wrong.
That's the entire. This is one of the greatest ads of 2022. This is undeniably. This is a walk up. So this goes straight through to the semi-finals without dropping a cent.
Holy
really?
Shit. Yeah.
This is there are only used to be only one beer that you would have to roll because the ale, Cooper's ale, is fermented inside the bottle, inside the can. And so when you roll it, you actually release the yeast and the flavor, and it becomes cloudier and therefore a little bit fruitier and a little bit, there's a bit more biscuit at the back of the palate, going into a little bit too much beer talk there. But the only beer that used to be was the Cooper Sparkling Ale, and now they're making a pale ale, which is a more approachable piece. They've been making it for years, but the unique selling proposition is you've got to roll it. And they
Right.
finally,
Okay. Well, I had no idea.
But
finally
good though,
came up
because
with
if it needed to be explained like that, I think they could probably have had done with a line at the end that said, yes, unlock the flavor. But, you know, like the only way you can unlock the flavor might have actually explained it better. But
I
do love
love the fact that it doesn't have a voiceover at the end.
Yep, agreed.
I love the fact that it's just and because as he's rolling, he's just smooth. Like the whole thing is really smooth.
Yeah.
Just subtextually, it's like you roll it and it's smooth. You roll it and it's smooth. And then I don't even think he needed to. The one thing was like he pointed at it and drew your attention to the coaster. It's like it's the only fucking thing on screen. I don't need you to draw attention to the fact.
No, I love the pointing. That was the best. I loved it. It was almost like he rolled his finger into point as well.
That was a little bit too. I loved it. I thought this was one of the best ads I have seen so far from any country. I just love it. Just, I mean, the production values were, they probably didn't spend a shitload on it, but the idea was terrific. The execution was fantastic. The talent was great. The music was magnificent.
Oh, I reckon they wrote that track, you know. I reckon it's not a Johnny Cash or whatever, but I reckon they wrote it. It was so simple. I reckon there's like 3 words to it. It's like roll and roll. It's so good. That one really did tickle me. The second I saw it, I literally laughed and I had to watch it again because it made me feel good.
It made me, and I'm gluten-free, but it made me want to go out and get a Cooper's.
Sure.
Oh no, I used to see. I grew up in South Australia, so Cooper's Ale was like that was high on the rotation of beers.
Yep.
The pale ale is just like they're still the original and the best ale made in Australia, I reckon.
Well, to the Aussie kids who put that one together, we're going to tip the hat. You guys, well done, well played. We loved it.
Raise of the hat.
Very, very clever kiddies. We love it. Go, you good thing.
Lift your hats.
Okay, let's talk about something that's outrageous. I just want to start off with the fact that it's November the 16th today. I know this will be played a little further down the track, and I am in a full wind cheater with jeans and boots on. What the fuck is going on?
Oh, it's 2 words.
El Nino. El Nino.
El Nino and his brother Nino and his brother Nino.
Nino. I'm going to put it down to climate change.
But let's not talk specifically about that, shall we? We all know that that's ridiculous. Let's have a chat, JD. I just want to wind you up.
We all know that's ridiculous. This climate change bullshit, it's got nothing to do with it.
No, well, it's all climate change. We know that. But there's something more important. And I think it's important that we touch base on this because earlier in the day, I was thinking, I fucking hate election day, right? So I hate it because there's a whole lot of punters and everyone knows I don't like being close to other people. Like there's my few that I like being close to, but others don't come near me ever. Don't get close to me. Don't ever go in for a hug. There's all of that tomfoolery, but nonetheless. And I'm thinking to myself, so I said, what the hell is going on from an advertising point of view? I don't think that there's anything that's been in market that I can recall that's had any value whatsoever. And I just thought, you know what? I'm going to start the lawnmower and I'm just going to let JD go free. Let's hear him roll.
Oh, please let me loose from this fresh hell of fucking advertising of political parties in this country. It's woeful. It's absolutely woeful. There's an election coming up on the 26th of November in Victoria and nothing has stuck. Nothing has been seen. There's been posters. I've been looking for posters because I like an election poster. I like getting involved and having arguments with people and firing up a bloody nice bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon and talking to the posh people in the throwing fucking stones at them. And I cannot remember a less involved political campaign or a less involved election. I like elections. I like going down and getting my democracy sausage. And there is nothing in this election that has.
I'm not touching the democracy sausage.
I follow the Labor Party and the Liberal Party on Facebook, and I'm getting nothing.
Donuts.
I drive down the highway, and there are posters. I don't know who they're for. I have no idea. There's a picture of Dan Andrews, but it's for the Liberal Party. There's a picture of Dan Andrews. It's for the Labor Party. The lines are also. It's just there's nothing. Absolute. What the fuck is going on with the people who are supposed to be communicating simple promises to the electorate of Victoria?
They're too busy sponsoring netball teams, though.
Oh,
That was a
that's
good
the only
thing that
thing.
they did.
That's
The one
only
good thing.
it really
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
Hey,
That
can
counts.
I-
Maybe they're going for more of like a PR angle this year.
Can I ask you two smart people a question? If I was Matty Guy, I would be campaigning saying Dan fucked up COVID. You're like the whole thing is ruined businesses, but maybe they're not allowed to do that. Why is there not a Dan fucked up because of COVID ad?
They've been absolutely trying, but they've said they've done he fucked up COVID. He's fucked up the health department. He's fucked up ambulances.
Right, I haven't seen any of that.
There's been no common thread of anything going through
No.
it.
He needs a single tagline like "Make Victoria Great Again."
Yeah.
Yes, get Ronald Rump out, roll him out down into
Yeah.
some Coopers, roll him over and get him out with a hat and his hair and his orangeness.
When he was announced as the leader of the Liberal Party in Victoria, someone held up a lobster in Parliament. Like, as soon as they've done that, they've lost. Why did they not own that? Why did they not say he's changed and here's proof? He didn't look like he changed, but I wanted to vote for someone other than Dan Andrews this time because it's just been shit. I have hated lockdown. We were locked down for like whatever. Doesn't like.
Yep.
But there's no clear cut choice.
What's your alternative?
Blancmange all the way through.
Yeah. Did you say blancmange?
Blancmange.
Just white mousse.
It's
blancmange.
tasteless white.
Just
That's what it
custard
is.
with no flavour, just a big wobbly jelly looking thing. Yeah, okay.
Well, it's just like there's been like so here you go. A Liberal Party said we're going to make public transport. It's going to cost $2 to get on a public transport. And then someone has said, actually, that would mean that we'd lose billions of dollars. Oh, well, we didn't mean it for everybody.
$2. We meant $22.
And then they've come out and they've said, we're going to put Labor last. And so one of their men has suddenly turned around and said, oh, no, I'm going to preference Labor. Oh, no, I'm not. No, it's just been this is about integrity. Oh, but the guy who runs the buddy advertising agency is getting kickbacks from it's like there's just no the consistency. There's no promises. It's all just fucking words in air, and it shits me. But I'm gonna pretend I've got to be somewhere over the 26th. I'm gonna remote post it. I'm gonna hide in my bed and watch bloody Die Hard movies all day. That's what I'm going to do.
I want you to be that guy that's like a plant. You know how he pops up as people walk past and he goes, ah, I want you to do that at election day. That'd be amazing. And see how many times you get whacked. Anyway, Gabs, have you got anything to add on this ridiculousness, or are you quite content to just go, you know what? The election's a joke.
Yeah, I'm quite content. I think JD said his piece, but I honestly feel like it's the same every year. They all make promises, and at least this time they're reneging them before they get elected. They normally renege them after they get elected. So.
I did see that one ad that said Dan Andrews said he'd make more hospital beds. And what happened? And then they cue in something else when Dan's been asked a different question. He's like, well, I don't know. I'm like, that one tickled me a little bit because I do just like a little bit of egg on their faces.
Yeah. I just don't please get me started.
Let's just do the croupier. No more bets. We'll just leave it right there. We'll put a line through that. We'll go, we'll vote, we'll see what happens, and nothing will change. It'll be all the same shit with a different flavor. Okay, let's go to one of my favorite segments, although they're all my favorite, aren't they? I say that.
Here we go. I'm ready. I get competitive.
With your harmonica. And it's over to you, Gabaloo. Let's have a listen to what we're going to do and see whether JD strips the bloody prize as he normally does.
No. I've got my money on you this week.
Shit, I haven't got much on me. Not much.
Okay, so this week I am not humming or singing. Sorry to disappoint.
No.
But this week, what I am doing is we're playing Guess That Brand.
Guess that brand.
So I will be describing famous logos using only a few keywords and perhaps some hand gestures. And
Interpretive dance.
Points will be
Interpretive dance. Red. Red.
Sweet things.
okay. Ready?
Ready.
Yes, ready.
Okay, so capital B, capital R, blue and pink.
Blue and pink. Oh,
Blue ribbon.
Close. Blue and pink. Very close though. One of your favorite brands. You mention them a lot. They're never vanilla.
Baskin and Robbins.
Pete, one for you. Yep.
Woo!
I had food in my head, but
Okay.
no.
All right. A big capital U that is made up of lots of
Unilever.
Yes, JD.
Okay. 1-1. I thought I had a little jump there, but I don't.
Okay. A goldy yellow mountain.
Toblerone.
Well done, JD. You're so excited.
That could have been bloody Mountain Dew. It could have been bloody
I know.
designs. And here you are, just straight onto Toblerone. Who even eats Toblerone? It's the shit you get at Christmas.
No,
You give it to someone else.
Yeah,
Or at the
honey,
airport.
bit of bloody, yes,
Oh, I hate it. Anytime I get it, JD, you're getting it.
big bear on the front. It's all good.
All right. 2 to JD, 1 to Craig.
Okay.
Okay. So it is a purpley blue and orange. Capital F, capital E,
F.
capital
F.
F for Fred.
Head Express.
Correct, Craig. 2-2.
Okay.
All right. This one is one word with a smiley face underneath.
Amazon.
Correct.
Oh,
3 to JD, 1 to Craig.
2.
Coming down the outside.
Two to Craig.
Look out with a win.
Two to Craig.
Oh, sorry, 2 to Craig. 2 to Craig.
How many to go, Gabs?
Pardon?
How many to go?
2 more to go. So we're at the finish line.
Okay, I need to win this one so that it's at least the last one's exciting.
Yeah. Okay. Red circle, yellow circle.
MasterCard.
JD.
Okay, last one.
All right, last one. Circular shape, which includes red, white, and blue.
Street.
Pepsi.
Yes, Craig. I think JD still beat you just by one, but we could call it a draw.
Well, that was not a bad harmonics, Gabs. Well played. I really
Very good.
enjoyed that one. Good stuff, JD. That is another edition of the Bones of Advertising. Don't go changing. Add some glitter. We might have some more glitter next week. All the very best to you. See you next week. Don't go changing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.